good evening, or good morning, depending on where you live. This is The Sting of Time, episode 24. I am Leeloo. You are?
Oskar, I gotta say you had a bit of a Truman Show energy there.
Yes,
It was a bit turbulent, but
turbulent.
yes, I wasn't sure what to think of it.
Yes, I caught myself halfway there, going, wait, isn't this just the Truman Show? And I think it sort of is. It was a little bit less boisterous,
I don't
perhaps.
like Scorpion King.
No. Uh, I wonder if I should tell you a story because
Sure,
I've had this. I think this viewing of the movie informs or it confirms a suspicion or a feeling I've had. Not for very long, but yesterday we're recording this on a Tuesday, so we're not watching the movie on Monday. Yesterday, after work, I went home. I worked out, and then I immediately went out on my bike. I was going home to my beautiful partner Anna, who's been on the show, and you know me, I'm speed racer on the bike. I had my uncharacteristically, I started to listening to music again on the bike. Had a long time when I did not do that. So I was really speed racer. I was Mach 10, and uh, pretty close to Anna. She calls me, and I come to full stop because she can't hear me. It's fucking impossible when I'm top gunning on the bike. So I stop on like an incline upwards at like this bridge. And I stop and we talk a bit. I think she's asking if I'm on the way there. It's like a very inconsequential conversation. It's very it's nothing. It's nothing of a conversation. And as I'm talking, I notice there's like a person doing something on the side of this road, and I'm wearing hands free. So when I go like, "Oh, hello," I'm consciously looking at them to go like, oh, I'm not talking to you. This isn't about you." So I know they're there, and then we have this conversation, and it's basically just, "Where are you?" And I'm like, oh, "I'm like 5 minutes away from you." And then I hang up, and I start going up again, and then I just look back and like, this person is still here. What is this person doing? And there is this woman who's going up and down the side of this road, and they're pretty obviously like scanning for something. They're looking for a thing, and uh, I'm not like some weird sociopath. Like I am pretty helpful. I think I try to help people if I can. But I have this moment where I go like, oh, okay, do I want to step in here and ask maybe they lost their keys or something? Um, and then I kind of think about where I am and the fact that I've been like rushing to go to Anna. Uh, and as I say, I'm a hobby bike rider. That shit it takes like 5 minutes. Everyone else 40 minutes. I'm there in 5. So I'm like, wait, it's kind of weird that I got called, and I'm not a superstitious person, but it feels a bit like, okay, maybe it's kind of weird. It's really feels really weird if I'm stopped here and I see this thing happen, and it's so weird that I stopped here. So I'm like, oh fuck it, I'm just gonna go ask this person if they want help. I mean, if they lost their keys or something, I should help them. And I do that. I ask the person, hey, what's going on? And they go, I was coming down this hill and I lost my AirPods or one of the AirPods. And I'm like, oh fuck, okay, that's not keys, but I guess I'm in it now. I guess I can't just go, oh, okay, well that sucks. I hope you found it. So I start looking at the side of the road, and I'm like, do you have any idea where we should be looking? Like, because this is it's like a long piece of stretch of road. And she's like, oh no, I was in a rush, and then something flew in my face, and I like instinctively slapped like this, and it could be anywhere. And it dawns on me, because then I look out, and it's not, let's let's go up and down the side of this road a little bit and just look at the edge. It's not like she lost it while walking. It's a fucking ditch. It's a ditch. It's a long ditch into basically a forest, and it's overgrown. It's like a fucking it's like the hair has done a comb over on itself. Or the grass has done a comb over on itself in every direction, everywhere. So it's completely impossible to even scan an area for real. You could do the same, like, I don't know, 2 by 2 meter square of land looking for this AirPod forever. You will never know if you've actually completed it. And it's like there's fucking condoms, there's beer bottles. It's a fucking wasteland. It's horrible. But I'm in it now, and the sun it's straight in the sky, so it's hot as fuck. She looks super disheveled, and I'm trying to not be weird about it, because I know if someone came and asked me, I might take their help, but I probably feel a bit weird about it. And so we're looking for it, and after maybe 10 minutes, I'm pretty quickly reaching the point where I'm like, fuck this. Okay, I can just leave. I can leave this. And it isn't even really bad for me to leave this at this point. I've extended my hand. She took it. But, I do have a place to be. And I can just go, oh, okay, hope it works out. And I don't feel good about that. I feel kind of, it feels like a cop out doing it, but it feels like I kind of want to do it for like selfish reasons. I'm not like convincing myself that it's an okay thing to do. And pretty much the second I'm like turning around to tell this person, and I'm almost thinking about lies to get out of it. Like I have to be somewhere. I don't have to be somewhere. And the second I turn around to say this, someone else shows up, and they go, oh, what are you guys doing? Can I help? So now we're 3 people, and it doesn't feel weird anymore. It's like, it's not, and it doesn't even, it's like, instead of like the hopelessness of the situation just feeling annoying, like, it almost feels funny. It's like it's turned funny. It's like, oh, we're 3 people in this fucking wasteland, kicking around fucking condoms and like bags of dog shit, looking for, a literal needle in a haystack. And we start laughing about it, and it's like, it's very, because before it's like, oh, this thing has become annoying. Even if we find it, it's just gonna be a thing where I got like sweaty, and then maybe I like theoretically feel good about it because I did something good. But now it's like funny, and it's it doesn't feel bad. And I was about to say, long story short, which is sort of irrelevant at this point, but we end up finding it, and she ends up finding it, which is like the best case scenario of it, because she doesn't really have to feel super bad about it, because it's like, oh, she almost would have found it on her own maybe, and we were just sort of, I feel like it's sort of wrapped up in a bow. Um, I just go like, "Oh, I'm happy you found it." We like sort of celebrate. Everyone's like fist pumping, yeah. And I get on my bike. I never ask any of these people what their name is. I have no idea who they are. And I get on the bike and I'm leaving, and I feel really good about myself. In sort of like a, it feels kind of like badass. It feels kind of tribal. Like it's not. I don't feel good about my good action. There's like 0% like self aggrandizing in this moment. I just feel I just feel very human. Like it feels like a very human thing. Like we're all good. And then I crest over this bridge, right? Because I'm leaving again. And um I pass a couple, like two people. There's two women, and they're talking, and one of them says something like, tomorrow morning we have I don't know, fucking calculus, some class shit, something like that. And them mentioning the next day makes me think about the Scorpion King, and all that good shit is immediately gone.
Yes.
It is I'm not getting it back. I had it. It almost felt sort of like quasi religious for like 5 seconds. I had it, and it's never coming back.
So yeah, I don't like the Scorpion King. It's not good. Watching it today, bad experience. Story didn't help. Uh, I wish I never had to watch it again, but I do.
It just doesn't feel. I I'm really at the point, and I'm sure you're there. All definitely just looking at you, where it's like this is pointless. It's meaningless. What is
Yes.
the point of this? Why are we doing this? It's not funny at all. I was laughing a lot during this viewing, but it's like pain. It's like pain leaving the body.
Yeah, it's like it's some kind of Clockwork Orange thing now. I feel like. And then I don't really have anything to say. I just we talked a little bit about how I fucking hate the sorceress.
Mm.
Sorceress is the absolute worst character in the movie. She has no sympathetic quality about her at all. She is, the more you think about her, the more malicious she seems, self serving, egotistical, uh, petty, uh, weirdly stuck up, privileged,
Mm.
all that sort of thing. She's really bad. I don't like her. Memnon is okay. We recently learned that
Yeah, I don't think we
uh,
talked about that
yeah,
last
that
episode.
Memnon's actor, whose name escapes me right now, Steve Brandon something.
Steven
Steven
Brand? No,
Brand, I think,
yeah.
yeah. That we learned that the Scorpion King is his first movie ever, and uh, he is a stage actor. So he's obviously acted a lot before, but this was the first time he acted in front of a camera, basically. And that revelation yeah, brings a level of impressiveness or whatever to his
Yeah, I think
performance.
his camera presence is very good. If
Especially when it talks
com-
to the
yeah,
scorpions.
yeah, compared to other characters in the movie. He's like at least on par. I don't either have that much to say
No,
about the actual movie.
I don't really want to talk about the Scorpion King. I don't want to watch the Scorpion King. I don't like Dwayne. uh, I'm almost at the point where the Scorpion King is making me dislike sword and sorcery aesthetic. Like at this point,
Hmm.
I feel like I should. Or basically, I'm at the point where I feel like my character is being warped, like my interests are being cannibalized, rotting away. The Scorpion King has become an actively damaging uh, aspect of my life.
Hmm.
But we'll see. Maybe I'll make it.
Yeah, you sort of like you. I don't know when the last time we watched a movie like this was, but it was bad then. It was definitely bad then. And it's hard to imagine how I would feel about the Scorpion King if we had watched the movie like completely unadulterated, unadulterated. Sorry. Uh, so we've had modifiers. What if we had no guests? I feel like I would
Yeah.
be
Um,
fully ready to die, basically.
yes, absolutely. I feel ready to die. I feel like some point you just have to uh, lie down and die. But maybe I have a few more. Maybe the next watch will be great. Maybe
Yeah,
the next watch will be fun. And
I think we're at the point now, just to like illustrate to people, because we don't. It's not like we live stream the viewings,
no,
because obviously we talk during the viewings of the movie. Uh, Seldomly very interesting, I suppose, but we're at the point where it's not only the movie, everything we have said about the movie has been said.
yeah,
So I already like basically there's so many points in the movie where I think our opinion of it is fully formed. It's
mm,
impossible for us to change at this point. It would have to be like it would have like biblical, like something out of the sky would have to change.
yeah.
The,
Someone needs to drop an AirPod into
yeah,
the movie.
exactly. And so you end up with a series of things where okay, I know what the movie is going to do, and then either you or me are going to say the thing that we say here. It's like
Yep.
almost like a weird performance. But on top of that, like the new shit that's happening during the viewings is like us saying, and completely honestly, like the thoughts that crop up are very mundane and kind of sad.
Yeah.
It's like either it's like I don't want to be here, or it's like I wish X. And X is always like if I had one wish, then that wish is that the movie was less boring. Like
Yeah.
and it's honest. It's not a joke.
Yeah. It's like in early watches, you I don't mean you, but you
Yeah.
a person would you'd say something like uh, it wouldn't be fun if this guy has died,
Yeah.
or like hey, it's funny when this guy got hit in the head, he should have died, or whatever, like a stupid basic Beavis and Butthead joke
Yeah.
in these realms. uh, but now, after so many watches, like those kind of jokes are gone and they are just replaced with the movie would be less bad if this character had not said this and instead he had said that. That would with the silent implication of like this would track better, this would make for a
Yeah.
better experience, this would be more aesthetically pleasing, this would make be more logically sound, or like that sort of thing. And it's just said in this completely like matter of fact, deadpan, like there. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm saying this a lot lately, but there's no bit,
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
no
But there almost logically can't be a bit
yeah,
anymore. Maybe it comes around in, but I feel like I'm very far away from that.
yeah,
And this viewing, when we watched it, I said during the part um, where Matthias could just end the movie, but he chooses to save the kid's
yeah,
hand, Tutu's hand. I basically said one of those like, oh, the movie would be better if you just fucking chop his
yeah,
hand off. Who cares? But like the thought that sprang out from that was basically just like, oh, I wish that happened just so the rest of the movie wouldn't be the same Scorpion.
yeah.
I don't care. I don't care about the funniness level of the kid dying. I just want it to not be this.
Like we're starting to. I think we're at the point where we kind of wish someone would make like a, or not make, it would just happen. It would just happen. It's not like an edited version of the movie. It would just happen like in a divine fashion. But you know, Final Fantasy VII remake with
Yeah,
the alternate times, that like it would be like that. But Scorpion
yeah.
King, we want those fucking Nomura ghosts to fly in and like surround the axe when he shoots the arrow, and then it chops the head of Tutu, and like that sort of thing. I'm ready for that.
Yeah, I'd
Beyond
take
ready.
I'd like take that, even if it turned every character into modern Marvel like uh, what's it called, like the comedic thing where they're like snipping at each other,
Quip.
quips. There we go. I'd take that. I think I'd take anything. I'd take it turning into a fucking Lars von Trier movie, and I hate von Trier.
Yeah, it's not that great. I think Lars von Trier got like super cancer or something like yesterday. So
Oh, that sucks for him.
yeah, or
I'm sorry.
Parkinson's or something like that.
Sorry, Lars. But maybe he can make it his final act of kindness to. I guess he'd have to invent some all like
Yeah,
world
invent some kind
altering.
of like four-dimensional
Yeah.
movie machine.
Because it
That's its
has to
official
be
name.
the Scorpion King still.
Yeah,
It can't be an edit. He has to warp reality every time you
it
watch
can
him.
warp, can make it so you know he can just warp reality so that Melancholia is in the same setting as the Scorpion King, and then
It
just
cuts.
accelerate the plot of Melancholia by 5 billion times so that the planet hits Earth in 3000 BC,
Yeah, exactly.
just before the movie starts.
It can when he can hit like I think I can watch the first 20 minutes of the Scorpion King, 28 more times. I think I could do that. I'm having a hard time settling with the idea that I'm gonna watch the entire movie for 28 more times. It's less than 30. That's something, but it is more than we have done.
Yes,
Still, it's still more than we have done.
we're
It's
we're not we're
unending.
we're not halfway.
No, we're not halfway. We're almost halfway, which is bad. It's not good.
Yeah, I don't really feel good. Like end sentence. I don't really feel good about this entire thing anymore.
No,
I'm not gonna quit.
no, me either.
Of course we're not gonna quit because we're not quitters. But and I don't want to say like that, and I'm not gonna enjoy it anymore either because I haven't enjoyed it up until now. But it's really, I think this is, the some kind of breaking point where we've talked before a little bit about how it's gonna feel so weird when we are in like episode 24, 25, because we always used to say I will save that for like episode 24, or like maybe after 31 watches that'll be like we're on the other side of that now.
Oh, okay. We
We're
need it now.
yeah, we are officially in, you know both the area of watches where we need to do something. We need to crank up the modifiers,
Yeah.
and also that we can no longer say stuff like well, that's something that maybe, we'll do on watch 47, or like imagine, when we don't have to imagine, we are there. we
Yeah,
we
exactly.
we we are already
Mm.
in
Yeah, I
that
think we have
area.
to make it as life affirming as possible, just in general. I had a thought like that just cropped up, and I don't want to sound like I'm like belittling like some farm victims, but I almost felt like, uh, when people say like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill myself.
Mm,
I'm gonna kill myself," and some dude on the other, like, you call a hotline or something, and they go, well, maybe not today though. Like, just don't kill yourself today. Call me tomorrow, and if you want to kill yourself then maybe you can kill yourself.
mm,
I feel like that with the Scorpion King now.
yeah,
I can watch it one more time. I'll watch it one more time and then I'll reevaluate if I
yeah.
wanna.
Maybe we should end it on that I'll watch the movie one more time,
Yeah.
and then I'll kill myself.
then,
that
then
that
I
that
might. I might. I might.
sorry, I
We'll see.
misunderstood. I misunderstood the philosophy behind it. Now it's less.
I called the suicide hotline and they told me to watch the Scorpion.
I
Now
called
I'm
the
definitely gonna kill myself.
I called the suicide hotline, and I told them I'm gonna watch the Scorpion King and then I'm gonna kill myself. So they told me not to watch the Scorpion King, but they're not the boss of me. So I hung up.
I called the suicide hotline and I told them I was gonna watch the Scorpion King, and they just told me to kill myself.
That's how it is.
Yes. Don't watch the movie.
No.